Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the NW Sportscast, and today we are talking about another Mariners starting pitcher. That is Jackson Kowar. Now, Jackson Kowar is the guy who is on the Mariners. He is on the 40-man roster, and I would very much hope that he does not ever have to start a single game for the Seattle Mariners. Jackson Kowar, 27 years old. I'm going to read you his career stats, and then maybe you'll know why I don't want this guy ever starting a game for my team. In 3 years in the major leagues, Jackson Kowar has a record of 2-6. He has pitched in 39 games. He has started 8 games and appeared in 31 games as a reliever. He has thrown 74 innings, and in those 74 innings, he's allowed 104 hits and 51 walks. This guy just cannot control himself. His walks and hits per inning pitched is 2.095. You might be asking, what's his ERA? Oh yes, his career ERA is a very solid 9.12. 9.12, that's good for an ERA plus of 49. Now, if there is any sort of shining light, it's that his FIP is considerably better. His FIP is only 5.99. So if you're a person who prefers FIP over ERA, personally I'm not, but I know a lot of people are. But if you like FIP's saying that he should have a 6 in ERA of 6, which is, I'll give him credit, 6 is quite a bit better than 9, but also 6 is pretty terrible. So yeah, you can excuse my doubt when I say I don't really want Jackson Kowar to ever be starting a game for the Seattle Mariners. However, take this with a caveat, because the Mariners pitching lab has a knack for taking washed up pitchers and turning them into studs. Just look at what we did with Justin Topa and Taylor Saucedo last year. Both of those guys weren't supposed to be very good, and both of them ended up being pretty much studs for us last year. So if history tells you anything, it's that the Mariners could, if any team can fix Jackson Kowar, it's probably going to be the Mariners. Let me guys remind you, how did we get Jackson Kowar, you might be asking? Why did we get Jackson Kowar? Well, we got him because the Braves got him, but then the Braves gave him to us as part of the Kelenic, Marco Gonzales, Evan White salary dump trade that we made with them back in December. And Jackson Kowar is pretty much the only major piece we got out of that trade. We also got Cole Phillips, but he is currently undergoing his second Tommy John surgery. I'd be shocked if he ever makes it even close to the major leagues, judging off of our track record of trading, of Jerry DePoto's track record for trading for prospects. Not very good, especially pitchers. So, yeah, I'd be shocked if Cole Phillips ever makes it to the major leagues. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I hope he does. But Jackson Kowar was really the return piece of that trade. And if you're saying to yourself, man, why did we even make that trade? That seems like a pretty bad trade. There's only one reason why we made that trade, and his name is John Stanton, right? We made that trade because John Stanton is too cheap to pay Evan White. And so instead of just paying Evan White, we had to trade Evan White. But because we wanted to trade Evan White, the Braves weren't going to take Evan White for free, so we also had to give up Jared Kelenic, and as a little, compensation piece, we got back Jackson Kowar, who is one of the worst pitchers in all of baseball since he went to the major leagues. I don't say that lightly. 9.12 ERA is really hard to, it's actually hard to be that bad in the major leagues, and he successfully was that bad. You want to know what his wins above replacement? Yeah, his career wins above replacement is negative 2.6. And to have a negative 2.6 WAR is pretty bad, but especially when you've only thrown 74 total innings, that's terrible. That is really, really bad. So I hope Jackson Kowar gets fixed with the Mariners. I'm going to read you guys what his projections are, and then I'm going to give you my projections for him. So according to the 2024 projections on Baseball Reference, this is courtesy of Marcel's, Jackson Kowar is projected to put together a 5.52 ERA with a 2-2 record, 1 save in 44 innings. They're projecting him to throw 44 innings. I think that's really high. They think that he will allow 47 hits, 21 walks, strike out 44 batters with a whip of 1.545. Yeah, personally, I just don't see that happening. I don't think that this is even close to what he will do. I don't think Jackson Kowar is going to play much for the Mariners. I'm going to project, because he is realistically, as a starter, he's your 7th guy, maybe even your 8th, depending on how we view Austin Voth. And as a reliever, he's definitely not making the opening day team. And he's not a guy with a lot of potential. You look at his StatCast, his fastball velo is pretty good. He averages about 97 miles an hour on his fastball, but other than that, it's a lot of blue on his Baseball Savant page. His pitching run value was -11 last year. That's not very good. Off-speed run value, -1. Breaking run value, -5. Fastball run value, also -5. His chase percentage, only 26.5. Walk percentage, one of the lowest in the league. Jackson Kowar is not very good. I will say he's fairly solid at limiting hard hit. If he had qualified, he would have been about 80 percentile in hard hit. So, do with that what you will. Personally, I'm going to project Jackson Kowar will throw 20 innings in 15 games for us next season. I think he will have an ERA of 6.31. I think he will have a record of 0-2. And I think that he will have a whip that is much closer to 2 than it is to 1.5, which the projections are at. I just don't see Jackson Kowar pitching that well. I don't think he's that good. He's 27 years old. But like I said, guys, it's the Mariners pitching lab. Anything is possible, but that doesn't mean anything is probable. I wouldn't say we should just bank on every single player we get turning into Drew Steckenrider, but you never know. Because my guess is somebody will. So could he be the breakout star for this year? Yeah, he could. Do I think he will? No, I don't. But, guys, let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Do you think I'm totally just being too negative on Jackson Kowar? Is there something there that I'm just not seeing? Maybe the barrel percentage is something that I should be a little more excited about because he does limit hard hits and he does throw pretty hard. That's solid, but we got to see a little more than that as far as, we got to see some statistical evidence that this guy is any good, and I haven't seen it yet. But maybe I'm just totally wrong, and let me know, guys, down in the comments, what are your predictions for how Jackson Kowar will do in 2024? Will he be the Rainiers' future ace? Maybe that's where he's gonna be. He's probably will. He's probably gonna pitch a lot in Tacoma this year, so I'm probably going to get to watch him play a lot because I live there, right next to Cheney Stadium. So I'll be in that stadium quite a bit. But with that being said, guys, comment down below. Thank you all for watching. This is the NW Sportscast. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. All that, yada, yada, yada. My name's Levi, and thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one.